Let's see. How's everybody doing today? I'm just trying to get things situated right now. So I don't know if anybody's on Twitter, on Rumble, or any other platform, but I do appreciate you guys being here. Just trying to get things situated while we get started. I don't think we'll be live for long. I just wanted to jump on here and just, see what the crypto market's doing, go through a little bit of an update for you guys. I think we're good. I might need to just change one thing on Rumble, and then that's it. Let's see. Bear with me. All right, all right. Think we're good. And we are live on Twitter as well. Boom. All right, so we got 26 people here, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. Answer the poll in the chat as well. Thank you guys for being here. Pepe is still a good investment. I think Pepe is still at a good is at a good price. Definitely now more so than it was, weeks ago. Um, what's up, Matt? Good morning, homie. Good morning to you as well. What's going on? Hey, mate. Hey to all. Nice dollar cost average day. You are not wrong. It is a great dollar cost average day for a lot of people, including myself. And let's see. You as a paid member. So yeah, I made a couple of purchases that I talked about on Patreon, but I haven't talked about on video yet, so I'm not really going to talk about it here. But yeah, there's a nice dollar cost average day. How many XRP did you buy uh, on the sale? Can't talk about if I bought XRP or if I didn't, but XRP is a great play, especially where it is right now. I bought a lot of mate, or you bought a lot mate in yesterday's dip. Oh, so you bought a lot while it was at kind of its lowest point, or closer to the lowest point? Because I know for a lot of people it's tough to buy at the absolute lows for whatever the pullback is, just because they don't know how far it's going to pull back. It's always that question of how far is it going to pull back. Halving is 1 week. We're going parabolic. Just know that typically after the halving, we don't see a major push like right after the halving. It typically takes a little bit of time. So a lot of times, or in most cases, it was like 6 months, but I don't think it's going to be the case this year or this bull run. I think it's going to be at max 3 months, at max. If not, we might even see it push up right after the halving. There's always a chance that we could change the dynamic or change how history. We won't change history, but we'll change how the change the perspective on where crypto will go. You know, so that's not entirely wrong, but I do think we're gonna have a little bit of a lull period, but I would like to see things just absolutely skyrocket. Obviously, I'm invested in for the long term for that. I'm not invested in, shorting a crazy amount of positions because I don't want to short a market that has a chance to absolutely go parabolic, right? Hyped as hell. So am I. But yeah, let's see this year. Only 1 year after the halving usually comes the all-time high. So yeah, that's where people see that. We obviously start seeing a pickup before that, but when we talk about the all-time high, it takes a while for that to progress. I think it will be a lot shorter um, this time around. I think it still will be. We're gonna look at about a year maybe to see the all-time high, but like the actual like tippy top of where crypto will be, but we are already close to what the previous all-time high was, and we're going to take off a lot further than that. Whether the all-time high is going to be in my opinion uh $10 trillion for the crypto market, $5 trillion this year, or even further. But I can't wait to see that. Like I said, I don't plan on being live for a crazy amount of time. Maybe close to an hour, but that's pretty much it. I am Erica does work all weekend from like um but I wouldn't say open to close, but she works from the morning and until night. So she's working all day today and tomorrow. So I should have a lot of uploads today because I already pre-recorded my videos, so they're going to be posted a little bit later today. Throughout the day, some might not be posted until you know I don't know, after 5, 7 o'clock, something like that. Bohm is a good investment. It is a good investment. Fantastic investment. I talked about that in previous cases as well, previous situations. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here to just talk about the market and see if anybody has bought anything. I know you said you bought the dip, yesterday's dip, but what specifically did you buy? What were your positions that you saw an opportunity in? Give me a second. I'll look at SHX in a couple of minutes. You bought Spell Token. I've heard some good things about Spell Token. I mean, it's not my cup of tea, but yeah, I've heard some good things with it, and I know a lot of people do like it. I'm cold down here. Um, what's up, Matt? Man, thumbs up for Matt. Yeah, definitely hit that thumbs up. Oh, you bought Kakinu. Um, that's not a bad play. Honestly, being the top meme coin over on Avalanche, absolutely not a bad play. Do I believe in pre-sales? Yes, I believe in pre-sales. You are taking a risk with pre-sales in any situation, no matter how much money they raise, because certain pre-sales, you never know what's going to happen. You feel like they have a lot of push to them, but then you also have bigger buys within there, and you see maybe a collapse during the pre-sale. I've seen it time and time again. I've also seen pre-sales that have taken off at 10x, 30x. Um, and some that look like they were going to make that move with the amount that's invested, but it doesn't end up doing that. So yeah, I believe in pre-sales, but you have to understand that you are taking a risk with buying into something that has no history and has no um, like it doesn't have a history of security or history of price movement or history of popularity. So yeah, I'm a fan of pre-sales. Just understand that risk. Pepe, Milady, Bohm, you bought all of those positions. That's not bad. I mean, I feel like I don't know what Bohm gives me like Pepe vibes where it is now because it's at like a $500 million market cap, $600 million market cap, but it's also seeing a crazy amount of volume within it. So I don't know. It gives me those like Pepe vibes in like the gains that you can have. So just not saying that Pepe's done gaining, but seeing it go from a 300, $500 million market cap up to a $3 billion market cap is definitely, or maybe even four. I don't remember exactly what the high point is, but seeing it at these, this $1 billion market cap multiple, yeah, it was like a $4.2 billion market cap. Seeing it at that level is phenomenal, and I expect to see the same thing from Bohm. Took a risk on Crow B. I don't know what that is, but interesting. Hopefully it works out for you. What are your thoughts on Teller? I'm a big fan of Teller. I see the price and where it's at, $64, and I'm like, I could buy more right now. I really could, but I'm not. Um, I just and maybe you'll see me with more after this live stream. I don't know. I always say I'm not gonna buy it, and I end up buying it anyways, just because I see an opportunity within it. But yeah, I like Teller. I think, $600 is a no-brainer that it's going to get to again. Even being up at the level of $1,000 or so. Um, let's see, sir. You have any BRC20 tokens? I don't think so. Maybe I do. I don't think so, but well, what do you think of AI Wave? It's been merging over a few months. The AI wave. Oh, okay. I mean, it's kind of the same way as like the metaverse wave. Everything has some sort of AI feature to it because AI is a big selling point right now. And a lot of people are asking me what's the big AI play to get into. And honestly, there's a lot of them. Ones that are definitely more later stages that are well established and developed, versus the ones that are kind of newer to the scene but maybe have a little bit of a use case. The multi AI that I looked at the other day seems very legit in what they are doing, and it is early stages within it. And I hope they have a lot of success. Um, but then you also have things like AGIX and why can't I think of another one like Fetch.ai or something like that to where you have something that's more like well established that's worth 100 million, 200 million, $1 billion market cap. So yeah, I think it's big. It's going to you're going to see it move quite a bit. Yeah. Give me 1 second. I was going to look at the movement within here, but give me 1 second. We're going to look at the overall market then. All right, so we got 107 people that are here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Again, we're not going to be on live for a long time. I wish I would have been able to be live during the crash, during how this has pulled back quite a bit. Um, Anyone here use MetaMask? Yeah, I use MetaMask. I bought more XRP and Pepe. Dips are for buying, not for crying. You're not wrong. What do you think of Bohm? I'm a big fan of it. I've talked about it plenty of times. You'll hear more in the near future about that from me. I still have, 209 or 207 thousand Bohm in my possession. So Jasmi, please. I mean, uh, yesterday's Jasmi video was interesting because I uploaded that or I recorded that somewhere around the 10, I would say 10 o'clock mark, 11 o'clock mark. And around 2 or 2:30 or something like that, things started to really pull down, and I uploaded it at 3, um, which that investment completely got liquidated by that time, and it was just not a good situation. But still hold my 1 million Jasmi coin, and the fact that Jasmi is available on Margex is a phenomenal thing to see because it creates more volume. You also have the ability to leverage trade it if you don't have as much money, but you have to understand what you are getting into when you leverage trade. Speaking of that, if you want to check out leverage trading, feel free uh, to use my link in the chat. You can trade up to 100x leverage, 50x leverage on Jasmi. So yeah, can Jasmi at $1? Yes, I think it can in 2025. I bought. Wait, I read that. What did you buy, Matt? I can't talk about what I bought right now because that kind of either spoils the videos that I have, or I like to give Patreon a kind of a heads up on exactly what I buy. Uh, the crash was so needed. It was Black Friday. I guess we needed a sale. Bro, how about Jasmine? Jasmine is a fantastic play. I still have 1 million. I like the fact that it's tradable on Margex, and I probably will find whatever the lowest level is and continuously add more to to gain more in the end. I'm from Brazil, following and buying Jasmine. Yes, hit the like button. Will do. Here for a good time, not a long time. That's a good way to look at it. And buying Jasmine and Binance is the same thing. I mean, but that's not available for like leverage trading for the U.S. The thing is like right now with Jasmine coin, right? Let's go to Jasmine. You're seeing one, it's back up, so it's pushing back to a higher level, which is fantastic to see that back up to a $1 billion market cap, and at a 2.1 cent price, a 21% volume to market cap ratio. Great to see that. $220 million worth of volume. But if you go over here to Margex, let's go there and let's look at, which I'm currently up on this next Jasmine position, which is great, by $118 or 59%. So that's fantastic to see because I did get back in there. But if you look at Jasmine and just let's type in Jasmine, you're going to see the volume, $106 million worth of volume that's flowing through Margex. Like, that's amazing to see that level of volume versus the 200 mil. And that's because you're leverage trading throughout it. And I guess people weren't really leverage trading as much in Binance, but now you have the ability to do it over here. So it's working out. But yeah, I mean, it's great to see Jasmine Coin making a little bit of a move, especially in the last hour. So let's go. It's ranked 88th, so it should be on the first page. We should see some movement as we go into the first page and look at the last hour and everything. Nervos Network is up. Jasmine Coin is up by 4.5% in the last hour. Still down 8% from the last 24 hours, but up 4.5%. Graph GRT is up by 4.5%. Fetch.ai, AGIX. Seems like a lot of AI positions are up quite a bit. Dog with Hat is up by 2% in the last hour, or 3%. Beam is up by 2% in the last hour, down 13% in the last 24 hours. SCI is down 15% in the last 24 hours. Let's look at things that are moving the most maybe within the day. On up by 6%. seeing Leo that's up by 0.24%. So not really many things that are up a massive amount besides stable coins, to be honest. BNB did come down. I'm glad that, because I had BNB that I wanted to convert from BNB to USDT, and I did that. Uh, but I didn't, like, it was telling me there was some sort of an error that I was having when I was sending things, and I was getting upset because I didn't want to hold on to BNB. I wanted to sell what I had. I still do have about $3,000 worth of BNB, but the point is that I had about 5,000 that I didn't want to hold in BNB. I just wanted to transfer easily. So glad that I was able to sell that before it dove down to from $616 or something down to the low point that it did get to. Even though long term, obviously, we'll have a lot more success. That's why I still hold some BNB. Let's look at things that are decreasing the most in the top 100. You have CFX that's down by 23%, Thor Chain down by 21%, DYDX that's down by 20% as well, Mina down by 19%, Optimism 19%, Phantom 19% ish. Bonk is down by 18%, down to 1.1 billion. Decentraland 17%. Floki down by 17%. Dog with Hat. Pepe down by 17. Yeah, so there's a lot of things that are still down quite a bit, but it looks like the last hour things are picking up. So it's great to see that. Maybe people are getting the hint that now is maybe the time to purchase some of these plays, and they're getting into those. And I'm glad that I, found a way to purchase something, but I can't tell you exactly what I did decide to purchase. Let's look at my watch list here. And if we look at my watch list and see things that are moving the most, you can still see Harvest Finance is positive today. It's up by 10%, up to about $100 price point. So that's great to see that. But you do see that also Vitalik Smart Gas is slightly down. That's down by 7%. MAGA Trump is down by 7%. Ethereum's down by 7%. Bitcoin's down by 4%. But Vitalik Smart Gas is one of my bigger gainers within my portfolio. They've been doing big things. I like the fact that they're still, I believe, in development, or they're in the final stages of launching the L2. So once the L2 does launch, you'll see big things with Vitalik Smart Gas, and a difference in what you've seen with, like, Bitcoin or Ethereum or even Solana, and having, the cheaper route with the fees versus the more expensive route. You're kind of in the middle, or more towards the cheaper end of things, but giving yourself room to grow and build and market and do what you need to do. This got all the way up to, I believe, a 50 or 60 million dollar market cap, currently standing at an $18 million market cap, still up quite a bit. I know some people have made money from this, and I still hold, $18,000 worth of Vitalik Smart Gas, because it has picked up, which is 10 million total. It has $3.86 million worth of volume. If you look at the markets that it's available on, it's doing all of this volume with just having one exchange, right? 2-bit exchange, and then being able to be tradable on V2 Uniswap. Now, once you have more exchanges, you're going to have more popularity. You're going to have more movement. You're going to have more conversations and FOMO that gets into this. There was already a lot of FOMO within it that we saw within, the last week or so. But it went from, let's see, let's go ahead and show you guys in the last 7 days. Yes, it is down 16%. The last month, it's still up 369%. It went from a 0.0003 level, so 3% of a penny, 4% of a penny, up to a level of 50% of a penny. So from 3% of a penny to 50% of a penny is absolutely phenomenal, right? That's phenomenal growth. And if you're just talking about 5 to 5, you're looking at a 10x that you ended up seeing from that level to that level. And now it's at kind of a level out point at this $18 million mark. And I expect to see some really, really big things from this project. Just imagine if this does get to, a $7.5 billion market cap. But understand this, it doesn't have to get to a $7.5 billion market cap because it is a hyper deflationary project at which they've already burned off, I believe it's 2.8, but they can correct me if I'm wrong. You have 1,147 holders within it. And if you look at the holders here, you're going to see the dead wallet holds 28%. So 2.8 billion has been burned off, meaning that you don't need to get to a $7.5 billion market cap, but a $7.2 billion market cap. And it brings that ceiling, to a higher and higher price level. So phenomenal to see that. And I can't wait to see what they can do in the future. But yeah. Let's see, what else do we have on my watch list here that's interesting. Thank you for your time. Yeah, no problem. I'm here to just talk about crypto. That's all I'm here to do. Did I buy the dip? I did buy the dip. I'm just not going to tell anybody besides Patreon, what I did buy the dip on or with or in. But yeah, things are looking good in the last hour. I think this is my watch list. That's not my watch list. Things are looking good in the last hour for a lot of things. And if we continue here, again, about $100 for Harvest Finance. Great to see that. Jasmi coin is around the 2.1 cent level. Caspa is slightly up, but it is down 9% in the last 24 hours. Kronos, I want to see that. If I was to buy even more, I would love to see that at an even lower price. Reddit did take a little bit of a dive, a little bit of a dip, but I'm still positive on my play that I bought into that. Shiba Inu looks more and more like a buy. I'm thinking about purchasing that for a leverage trade if I have the ability to do that at this moment. But yeah, I'm thinking about purchasing that for a leverage trade at the current moment. Cardano back down to 51 cents, I think is a phenomenal price. Beam down to 2.6 cents as well. I'm looking at that and seeing an opportunity there. Krillcoin, 80 cents. Cosmos, less than $10, down 15%. Grok is down below the 1 cent level. Still not worried about that. I still hold $1 million. If it does dive down more, then it dives down more. It may create an opportunity for me to buy more at those points, but I still believe in that going a lot further than where it is. Anchor below 5 cents as well. Book of Meme around the 1 cent level. This is kind of a steal price for that. GME also at a lower level. Terra Luna Classic at a lower level, almost at an added zero, which is something that's very, very interesting, down 17%. Teller at 64 cents. That's a steal price as well. So why leverage trade when you've bought what's already going to win? Jasmi. Why leverage trade when you bought what's always already going to win? So if I can leverage trade effectively, it takes away from the amount that I take short term. So it now increases my exit plan. Because let's say I invest $100 or invest $200 and at a 5x leverage, that's $1,000 I'm trading with. If this can find a way to go to some of these prices where I would take my initial investment or take something else, well, now I have my initial investment. So if this gets up to, let's say, the level that I want to take something at, let's go to Jasmi coin and go to this position that I'm currently up $113 on this position, even though I did lose money on it. I would gain XRP, but either way, I'm getting extra of something. So let's say I did go in here and I want to take profit, and I want to take profit at the level of 10 cents. If I take it at the level of 10 cents, that's 2,133% of an increase. Now I did simply do the math over here within that. That's $4,266 that I end up taking, profit, right? So, well, technically it's $4,000 over the profit, which is great because that's my initial investment that I put into my other play, meaning that I don't necessarily now need to take at these levels, because I currently have $1 million. I don't necessarily need to take my initial investment at this level and decide to take for 40 thousand to get me $4,000 there. I don't need to do that because I already did. I already took it from Margex, and now I can take that out of there. Now that gets taken out, and now I can get up to 15 cents and say that's where I want to take my first investment. Or you could lose everything in the leverage trade. I mean, it's $200. $200 shows you a lesson. This is the thing. If you are effectively leverage trading and you're making a killing on that, then what you do is you could technically protect yourself before you even get into that situation. Because right now, I'm not saying that it will happen that way, but right now within this leverage trade, I'm already up $111, which is half of what my initial investment actually was. So you could potentially take that. But if you leverage trade the right way and understand how to leverage trade, you can gain so much more in the end by investing less, utilizing somebody else's money to make yourself more money. I've done it time and time again. I have XRP, right? I had about 11,000 XRP. Not everybody's a baller like you. I invested $200. If you know what you're doing, you can do it the right way. If you know what you're doing, right? And right now, yes, within like where the market is, because it's so indecisive, we don't know if it's going to be a true dip or if it's going to be something that absolutely takes off, right? And if it does, then I'm, make a killing from that. If it doesn't, then I can potentially lose this $200, but I find another low point, and then I can find that point, end up making a boatload more money because I now found a true low, and then it ends up taking off from there, and now I make even more money from that in a leverage trade. But the point is that with a lot of these plays, like you look at, let's see if I can show, it's not going to show these plays, but the one play that I have with Bitcoin or with Dogecoin, right? I wanted to get into the XRP example, but give me a second. With what I had in the Bitcoin, I invested I invested in originally $197, ended up taking profit like 5 or 6 times. And now I'm sitting on a $27 investment. Well, what's a initial investment is what they say. And I'm up hundreds of dollars at this moment. You look at XRP, leverage trade got rinsed yesterday. Absolutely, it did. But I did supplement that with as you saw, with a short. So supplementing that short, I ended up getting back $190 worth of that. But yeah, I did end up getting kind of hosed on that one. But the point is like if you look at my situation with XRP, I had 11 or 12,000 XRP, maybe a little bit more than that. I ended up leverage trading a bunch of different positions in XRP as the market was pumping. I made an extra $7,000, and now I hold 35,000 XRP because of what I did with these leverage trades. So I'm able to make so much more to now hold for the long term in XRP because I leverage traded so many other positions. But that's because I knew what I was doing. So it's all depending on if you know what you're doing. Yesterday, yeah, technically it was the day before that. I made a mistake in kind of looking to FOMO into the hype with Jasmi coin. Jasmi got listed on Margex, and I'm like, this is the hype that I needed. This is what I want to see. I'm getting into it. I don't care, right? It wasn't about like what the chart was doing. It wasn't about any type of analysis. It wasn't about breaking anything down at all. It was just I bought because it was available. And that was kind of a mistake to do. But you learn from those mistakes. But either way, it was Jasmi coin. I liked it, right? I like being a part of that movement. And it was positive for a little bit, but then everything really started to dive down, which could happen for this one as well. The cost basis or the liquidation point is 1.5 cents, which honestly could be hit. We're not too far away from that. So Hey guys, I'm new to crypto. This week I got into Undo and Euro. So far, I'm waiting to buy a Bitcoin. When should I jump in? I mean, it's not a bad time. I would say, seeing how indecisive, or maybe a lot of people don't know exactly where the market is going to go and kind of where people are standing. They're all standing off on the sidelines. Um, it may be a good time to dollar cost average, meaning that you don't spend your entire amount that you want on a play. But if you just wait completely, we don't know if this will truly break out from this low point, which we've seen happen time and time again. And then people miss out on a huge opportunity. So, can you go through an example of using Margex to buy XRP? To buy XRP, I'm not going through how to buy it, or if you're talking about um, how to trade it on the platform. So first, you'll have whatever you have in your possession. So if you have, let's say, USDT, or you have XRP, or whatever, you can take that and you would say, all right, I want to leverage trade this. I'm going to leverage trade my USDT. Now you have to pick which position you want to trade, which is going to be XRP in this example. You want to trade XRP, and you're like, all right, I want to trade XRP. I feel like XRP is at a good price. You go ahead and look at some of the breakdowns of this, and I built this trend line like a long time ago, and exactly where this has gone. Let's say you see this at a lower price. It is at a lower price, and you believe it's going to fully break out. So then you take that and you're like, all right, um, let me go over here and leverage trade this. Now, what do you want to risk? So if you want to risk, let's say, $100, and you don't want it to be at a full liquidation point, you're like, I don't want it to get down to a point where it's below. Um, if it drops by 1 cent, then I lose everything. Because if you do a 50x leverage, if it drops by like 1 or 2 cents or something like that, you lose basically everything that you put in there. So what you want to do is you want to talk about how much you want the investment size to be. So let's say it's $1,000, right? Or it's 2,000, or it's 3,000, or whatever. Let's say it's, for me, it's $2,000, because I do think this is a good level to get in for maybe a 5x leverage. Let's say you do want to take a 5x leverage. What this means is that it's going to cost you about 400 USDT, or $400, to do that 5x leverage. If you do, let's say, 500 at a 5x leverage, it's going to be $100 that it's going to cost you to do that trade. But you're going to be trading with $500. So meaning that you're going to get the gains of trading with $500 by only risking $100. But you are risking this $100 if this overall price dives by 20%, you lose that $100 that you put in there, because it is dropped by 20. You're only putting in 20% of the overall investment size. So if it drops by 20%, they want to collect their initial investment, so you're going to end up getting liquidated out of that position. Now, for me, I want to take on something here and decide to get into one of these plays at a 54 cent price, which would bring my liquidation point to $43.63. Now, this is leverage trading USDT for this, rather than leverage trading like XRP or something like that. But if I wanted to, I can buy XRP later on. But I'm leverage trading my tether for XRP. But that's how you do that. And I would say always do an isolated leverage, which they have it right here. You can either do isolate, or you can do cross. Never do cross. If you do cross, they're going to pull from what you have in reserve rather than what you invested. Um, but if you do isolated, it's whatever you invest. So if it's $400, you only lose $400. They're not going to pull from what you have. Skid is on a discount today. Uh, Come join the community. Um, nah, I think I'm good right now. Do you own spell tokens? I don't. I put $25 in spell tokens, and I could see spell token is the next Jasmi, since everyone is talking about it on YouTube. I've not heard that. I've not heard that at all. But, it's anybody's opinion on where things will go. We're about to 10x, so really don't need leverage right now. The market makers cause these squeezes, so don't be greedy. I mean, I don't think it's about. I honestly don't think it's about being greedy. Um, when it comes to making money, yes, you don't want to put a lot of your money at risk, and you want to make sure you know what you're doing. But there have been so many people that have made money off of other other people's money. Even banks do it in today's world, right? They loan out other people's money 10 times over in order to make more money in the end, right? So they basically say, I have $1,000. They're going to loan it out to 10 different people because you put your money in that bank. And they're making money off of your money 10 times while you're only making maybe a 0.01% or 0.1% APY. And that's how they do it, right? They're making so much money off of the money that you haven't not invested with them, but just placed with them. And this kind of gives you the opportunity to be able to do that as well if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, you're just throwing money and you're gambling, right? I like to take on a little bit less risk, but then also find abilities to take on a little bit more risk if I see the opportunity that presents itself. However, there's sometimes to where you kind of get that gambling mindset where it's like, well, what if I believe in Jasmi coin a lot? What if it does take off? Like you have to understand the chart. You have to understand the support and resistance levels, all of these different things, to where you're looking to gain a decent amount from it. And I would say every time you get to a level where maybe you're 100% or 200%, protect your initial investment. Take out your initial investment if you feel as though you need to do that. It protects your starting point, and then you have nothing but gravy that's left over. Jasmine is one thing. Wait, one thing in the port that's nice and green. Spell tokens is available in Coinbase. Being greedy by being up 150% and not taking profits or moving up stop losses. That's my downfall with leverage. Well, that's the issue that you would have no matter what. The issue that people have with leverage trading like that, they also would have that same issue with selling their position entirely, right? If they have a certain position, like if they hold, let's say, a play in Jasmi coin, and you're up 150%, you're not selling at that point, right? You're still holding on to that point, but you also you have less of a risk of losing everything, right? You're not going to lose everything, but you do still have the risk of dropping down and never being able to gain something in the end, right? But with leverage trading, you're doing the same thing where you may be up 150% and you don't take that profit. It's a problem in both areas that I've noticed, that if you have that problem selling here, you're going to have that problem selling there. So you better kind of be prepared for it by getting a situation, up and running and having short-term trades. Don't do leverage, just buy the coin without doing any leverage at all. I mean, that's totally up to you. Like I said, I've seen more success in leverage trading short term than I have with anything else that I've done in the crypto market. But that's because Margex offers low fees for making these trades, and then I'm making thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars, and thousands of dollars from a lot of these trades. So I can end up profiting a lot in the end. But that's just my success. If I'm not saying that everybody will have that level of success, if you take it seriously, you should be able to, whether you're selling the market or buying the market. But that's totally up to you. I've seen so many people that have come on and have said, "Look, I've already made $700 in leverage trading," and I tell them, "Look, yeah, do you still hold the positions?" And if they say yeah, I'll say, "Well, what positions can you take profit from? What positions can you take your initial investment from?" Start thinking about that as you're up 100, 200, 300%. And you just have to have a good strategy. It's totally up to the person. Do you think ETFs will bring more stability to crypto? Absolutely. I think ETFs will bring a ton of stability. They already have brought a ton of stability to crypto. And I think the sky's the limit, especially with seeing not only just a Bitcoin ETF, but also seeing a Ethereum ETF, an XRP ETF, a Solana ETF, an all-encompassing ETF, an AI ETF, right? Um, or whatever. Right? I think we're gonna have um, a lot of ETFs that are out there and create a lot of consistency. Have you ever been to St. Louis? No, I haven't. Hong Kong Bitcoin ETF next week approved. A Dogecoin future coming this month from Coinbase. What do I think about Porter Crypto? I haven't checked it out. Best leverage trading on YouTube is Sam Price, Crypto Lifer, Honesty. Um, he can read the charts crazy accurate. Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about is being able to have a good strategy. It's not even about overcomplicating things and putting out a bunch of different information. Like I can go out and talk about every single pattern, every single resistance, every single support level that it could have, but it's been proven that crypto does not hold support and resistance as well, and you have to go on a basis of checking every single outline. It's like this. If you Let's say if you wanted to be right in a situation. If you wanted to be right in a situation, you can go to Google and find the definition that you want, right? When you want to be right in a cryptocurrency, this is why you have 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, 20 minute, hour chart, 2 hour chart, 10 hour chart, 5 hour chart, whatever, right? You have all these different outlines to look at it and different candlesticks to look at it and say, see, this is exactly what I was seeing here in the 7.5 hour chart. You you see this and how it bounced off of this level. I believe that this was going to happen, and this is the trend line that it's functioning on because of the fact that it's seeing these ascending levels of supports and resistances based on not only a 50 moving average, but also looking at a 20 moving average and a 200 EMA and how far it's bouncing off of that. There's so many different things that you can bring up that can make it super complicated for the normal person to hear and go, this person knows what they're talking about. Most likely they're just searching for the definition or the outlook that they want. So if you stay consistent in your strategy rather than maybe building different ones, and make it very simple for yourself to understand, you can easily trade. And a lot of times, all I'm trading on is the 15 moving average, the 200 EMA. I utilize the RSI, and then I also want to see it have quite a bit of a distance between some of those support levels and resistance levels. And that's what I'm looking at. But some will make it a little bit more complex and they have their own strategy in doing that. But strategies change. And if you don't see people develop their strategy and change their strategy, then either it's just working that whole entire time to have that happen, or they haven't maybe they're getting to a point where they don't actually have as much success there. So I don't know. It's definitely different. The 200 SMA will let you know what the move is. Check it out. I use a 200 EMA. It typically bounce. A lot of things do bounce off of those levels, especially longer term, right? Because that's kind of what that does show. Um, Noticed on leverage trading after one candle move in my direction, the price may go up, but when the price goes the opposite direction, the loss is way more. You notice on leverage trading, one candle move, the direction and price may go up, but the price goes up. Price goes the opposite direction. The loss is way more. I don't know what you're talking about. That doesn't fully make sense. But um, maybe you need to really dive into that a little bit more because I don't have that issue to where my loss is more. Um, are you are you buying Fifthscape? Can I see how much you buy? So nobody's gonna see well how much I buy of anything right now, and if I bought anything. But um, no, I can't say that I have it. I don't understand the meme coin stuff. Are you bullish on RWA crypto? Um, I've seen an an opportunity. I see an opportunity in any play. So I can't say that I'm bullish on. Well, I'm probably bullish on a lot of things that are in the market. I'm bullish on crypto in general, but I see an opportunity in certain plays, and when I see those opportunities, I talk about those opportunities. Um, Meme coins, though, the it's all about the popularity and the hype. Eventually, you're not going to see a use case within them, and whenever they hit their prices that they're supposed to hit, that's where you will see a little bit of a resistance and a pullback from, and you want to find kind of those next plays. But honestly, you want to have use case plays in your portfolio because use case plays are built for the long term. A lot of these meme coins are built for the short term. So anyways, guys, we have to get out of here because I have to go upstairs and get these kids ready for breakfast. And I don't know if Erica has gotten them breakfast yet, but I have to get them ready here. So this was a good chat just to be able to talk about crypto and where everything is. Good thing seeing Harvest Finance above $100. My nose itches. Above $100 here at a 9% increase on the day. Teller being the worst in my watch list, dropping down 25% below $64. So that's definitely a steal in my opinion. But guys, if you could, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out any of the links that are down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to, right, leverage trade, feel free to check out my link for leverage trading in the chat. Make sure you know what you're doing, or you at least test the market, because with Margex you can trade as little as $1 if you want to. You can go in here and you can say, hey, I only have $1 to trade off of. I want to do this at a 5x leverage, and you end up trading $5, but only $1 is getting used for yourself. So anyways, thank you guys so much for taking the time to come here and chat with me. I will have some videos that are posted later today. A video at 11, a video at 2 o'clock or something, and videos from there on out, maybe like a couple more videos after that. But and talking about things that I've bought today, things that I'm thinking about buying, and all of that. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.